Good evening, Quince Orchard students, staff, and families. Thank you so much for being here this evening to experience just a glimmer of what our students experience every single day here at Quince Orchard High School. Throughout your time here this evening, you're going to hear a lot about your students' experience and everything that we have to offer here. And I also want to take some time to share a few updates and also introduce members of my team as well as other key people that you may meet throughout your journey at Quince Orchard High School. Our administrative team, also known as the Sensational Six. On the administrative team, we have myself, obviously as the principal. We have Dr. Lynn Brown, who's class of 2020 senior class sponsor. We have Mr. Newman Sunshine, who's the 11th grade administrator, not sponsor, sorry. We have Mr. Adelicon, who is the sophomore class administrator. And we have Miss Nehera and Miss Lee, who share the freshman class. Miss Edith Lee is responsible for students' last name A through N, and Miss Nehera is last names O through Z. Next, you'll see members of our counseling team under the leadership of our brand new resource counselor, Miss Amy Elza. Throughout your time here, I'm sure will have an opportunity to meet each one of these dynamic counselors, and also our registrar, Miss Cheryl Gregg, and our college and career coordinator, Miss Mary Pat Johnson. Additionally, we take great pride in ensuring that our students are safe at all times under the leadership of Mr. Kevin Oriana and members of our security team. We have Mr. Joe Rice, Ms. Tammy Shellhorst, Mr. Corey Leach, Mr. Sheena Ellis, and Mr. Dave Parrish. We can't forget our amazing school resource officer, Officer Joe Lowery. He, along with the security team, do an amazing job to ensure that our students are safe. Which brings me to some reminders. Students and parents, remember, you cannot make a U-turn near Quince Haven Road or community in the morning between the hours of 7 to 9. And the second picture up on the screen represents some of our students being dropped off in the middle of the road. Please, I know it's a lot. Take some time and make sure that our students are safe. Also, we have our amazing athletic director, Mr. Jeff Raberman, and he is always available to answer any questions about athletics. Winter athletics begin on November 15th, spring begins on February 29th, and of course you must be academically eligible. So at Quince Orchard High School, we take great pride in creating the conditions for all students to experience excellence. And we know that with that, it is our job to ensure that students understand what brings them joy, what helps them find passion, what sparks their day. And so we have not only created the conditions for students to experience excellence, but that has to begin with finding their why. So you'll hear this a lot, and our goal is to help students find what their why is. Our focus areas for this year are on communication, improving access and opportunity for all students with a specific focus on our Hispanic and Latino students, academic conversations to spark inquiry and help our students learn more about the content in a critical way, supporting our staff through professional learning communities, and as always, improving staff morale. So you may have heard throughout the last few weeks about our updated cell phone policy. We understand that students utilize technology. We all utilize technology. As a matter of fact, I tweet on a daily basis, if not more. But it's really important that students understand how to use cell phones and use electronic devices in an appropriate way. So students, we have been told that the phone should be off and out of sight when they enter the classroom. Phones should only be visible for instructional use when allowed by the teacher. And students need to understand that if they're using it at the wrong time, the phone will be confiscated. And if they're leaving the room, we've told them to ask the teacher for permission, place their phone in the box. You do not need to take your cell phone to the restrooms. That's what we tell our students every day. And take a pass. Attendance. Parents, you may have heard about this and maybe even received some communication through Montgomery County Public Schools. Students, and we're reminded, if they're absent, they need to bring a note and bring it in to Ms. Bradley within 3 days. 3 tardies equals 1 unlawful absence. 3 unlawful absences equals a warning of loss of credit of the class. 5 unlawful absences equals danger of loss of credit. And it's really important that students understand that they should not miss more than 10% of the school year. That is one of the ways that we are measured as a school, and students, you are known as chronically absent if you miss more than 10%, either lawful or unlawful. Also, students received information about the code of conduct. Parents, it's a very useful tool for you to take a look at, because everything that happens at a school in terms of consequences, policies, procedures are in alignment with our code of conduct. So please take some time to take a look at that and the students' rights and responsibilities. So parents, just want to clarify a few things. Open lunch is for 11th and 12th grade students only. And that is only granted when we start the process and they have been given a lunch pass. Closed lunch for 9th and 10th graders. Students in 9th and 10th grade should not be leaving school property at all. We will begin our open lunch process on or about the week of September 16th. This is a privilege. This is not a right. And students must do what they need to do. Also, parents, please understand that we have our PSAT on Wednesday, October 16th. It's an awesome practice for the SAT. That PSAT may also help you decide whether you need to take the SAT or the ACT. It's free for sophomores, and it is a fee for freshmen and juniors. As you know, graduation requirements continue each year, 22 credits to graduate, and students must have 75 SSL hours. And of course, a few important dates. We have, obviously, back to school night is happening right now. Next week we have underclassmen pictures. And next week we also have our club fair during lunch. We really take a lot of pride in all the clubs that we offer here at Quince Orchard, because students can get involved in multiple ways. So please encourage your child to access the club fair and get involved. Now I'm going to turn it over to our PTSA president, who will be sharing information with you about PTSA. And we will also hear from our amazing new Booster Club president, Ms. Kate Carter. Thank you so much, and please remember, we can't hide our Cougar pride.
Hi, I'm Kate Carter. I am the president of the Quince Orchard Booster Club. We are the nonprofit organization that helps raise money for the school so that we can provide funding for all of the sports and clubs within Quince Orchard High School. Our goal is to provide additional funding for, again, all of the sports and the clubs, and enhance programs and promote our community. Our ways of fundraising are through membership, so please join the Booster Club. Sponsorship is another way that we raise money for the school, so if you have a business that you would like to help, it's a great way to take part in the Quince Orchard community and raise funds. Restaurant nights. There will be probably a restaurant night at least once a month. That's another way, a passive way to support our community. So take a night off from cooking and support our Quince Orchard restaurant nights. There's the brick wall sales, and then of course donations. Volunteer for the booster clubs. Concessions is a huge part of our fundraising for the school. If your child is part of any sport, you will see the sign up for concessions. So please take part in that. Another way we have raised money is our fall fundraiser, which is on November 2nd this year. It's 80s theme, it's adult only, and will be held at the Lakelands Clubhouse.
Good evening, parents. Welcome to Back to School Night 2019. My name is Tracy DiMartini, and I'm pleased to serve as your president of the Quince Orchard High School Parent, Teacher, Staff, Student Association. We have so much planned this year, and I look forward to welcoming all of you as new members of PTSA. You may be wondering, why do we have a PTSA at the high school level? Well, the fact is, our kids need us now more than ever. We support so much in this school that it's going to be hard to explain it in just a short video. But I want to try and give you just a small taste of what your membership dues go to support. This year we have a phenomenal college fair, which is scheduled for Thursday, October 10th, and will feature over 40 universities and colleges, which is open to all students throughout the high school. We also have a great partnership with Greg's Driving School, which offers on-site driver's education classes here, and they give us a generous donation for every student that participates in the Greg's Driving School program. We also have local partnerships with places like Harris Teeter. For every grocery dollar that you spend, a portion is sent back to Quince Orchard to support special programs such as Every 20 Minutes, which discusses the very serious issue of drinking and driving, and also special programs we like to bring here, as well as texting and driving, and why it is absolutely off limits, and things that our teens need to understand in order to make good, well-informed choices. We also sponsor a variety of academic programs such as the AP Used Book Sale, as well as information about college prep programs through things like CTE and Everest. We also try and support the faculty and staff through grants, those special extras that really round out the education of every student. Things like participating in field trips for the drama club, or providing musical instruments or refinished musical instruments for the music and fine arts program. We are a partner to the Boosters program, so I would really ask that you consider joining both PTSA and Boosters. The difference is we focus on the entire child, every child in Quince Orchard. From the freshman that is just coming in and perhaps struggling adjusting to high school, up to our seniors who can take advantage of applying for college grants that the PTSA gives out. So please do consider joining tonight, and you are also welcome to reach out to me at any time. I am such a proud parent of a high school junior here at QO who's also a member of the varsity volleyball team. It's been a wild 2 years, and I'm looking forward to the next 2 serving as your president. Please consider filling out the form tonight, and feel free to grab me in the hallway as we change classes on back to school night. Welcome to Quince Orchard High School, and have a terrific year. Go Cougars!
Good evening, Quince Orchard community. This is a public service announcement from myself and our amazing SRO, Officer Lowery, about several important items. First and foremost, we want to reiterate that we have a clear plan for pickup and drop off for each day. Information has been posted to our website, and it's really important that parents take an opportunity to review that information so you can see the different traffic patterns that we've created to help ensure a smooth transition during drop off and pickup each day. It's really important also, students and parents, that we obey all traffic signs at all times. That will help us to ensure our student safety and to ensure that our students don't get any friendly tickets from our local police officers.
Yes, so to echo what Ms. Thomas is saying, is that it's very important that parents do realize that you're not allowed to drop off the students on the roadway, on Quince Orchard or on Darnestown without pulling into the property or one of the adjacent properties. There's continuing to be observations of people violating the no U-turn signs on Darnestown Road. But the good news is that we have had several conversations which have led to an increase in parents carpooling, which is much appreciated, as well as our young people walking, as well as using their bicycles, so that's much appreciated. We also want to remind students that please do not jaywalk across either Quince Orchard or Darnestown Road. That's why we have the traffic lights there and the crosswalk, because unfortunately we have had children get hit in the past, so we're hoping that this is an injury-free year. So thank you very much.
Also, parents, we want to stress that our commitment is to create a safe and welcoming, drug-free school environment. We have many events coming up in the next couple weeks, football games, athletic events, as well as homecoming. And it's important for everybody to understand that all school rules apply, especially pre-gaming and during the events that we have here. Understand that the code of conduct will be fully implemented, which means that if students are seen or believed to be under the influence of any alcohol, any drugs, which include vaping and Juuls, there will be consequences given in alignment with the code of conduct, and we will be partnering with Montgomery County Police Department. So please, families, we're asking that you do not contribute to creating that environment. It puts us all in an awkward situation, and quite honestly, we have to have a shared commitment to our students' health and well-being. And lastly, students and parents, we want you to understand that this Friday kicks off our first home football game, and we are committed to creating a welcoming and safe environment for all student athletes and visitors. That means all sportsmanlike behavior is important, and that we do not say anything that would make anybody feel uncomfortable at any time. We are Quince Orchard, and remember, we can't hide our Cougar pride.
Go Cougars.